So we'll start with Einstein today. Let's go to Einstein in this case. So the thing with Einstein is Salesforce has actually kind of negotiated with Hebrew University in Jerusalem to actually use his trademark. So you will see Einstein in a lot of places. This is one of the cases. You will see in different places Einstein. So and depends on the user. So Einstein means something intelligent. Okay, something which does things on its own rather than you feeding it into it. Okay, so that's what Einstein is: intelligent things, automatically doing things for you, recommending things for you, rather than you asking and you feeding in data and then getting the results. It actually sees the results in the background and then recommends to you that do this, based on this, do this. So that is something in Einstein. And if you are in working on this platform, you'll keep on hearing this buzzword Einstein. So just remember that it's an AI powered tool which is available for all the users depending on the, in some cases, licenses. But this is a AI powered tool which can be in this case utilized to tell you on which time I should actually trigger the email, or because it has higher probability of opening it, or at what time or which day you should send it. So all those kind of recommendations will come from Einstein. So system, it will automatically, it has taken the data. So one of the there's one prerequisite for the Einstein. Any guesses? Wild guesses? Any guesses?
Historical data.
Yes. So you have to have a bunch of data. When I say bunch of data, the data for last 90 days. That's what it looks into. So you have to, in order to get it working for you, you have to have some historical data in the background. So which is for 90 days. So until unless you have data from 90 days, you cannot get it activated and use that. So that is one of the prerequisites, because based on that data only, it will actually learn automatically that when a particular contact has opened an email at what time. For example, first thing in the morning he comes to office and actually checks his Gmail. So that is the best time actually to send him emails, because the probability of him actually opening that emails are best at that time. So Einstein learns it by looking at the data in the back end, historical data, and then recommends you that, okay, send, if this is the contact, send him email around 9 a.m. in the morning, so that the probability increases of him actually to open that email and read it. So those kind of intelligent predictions are as a part of this. Okay, you can also just once you start using it, you can recommend this to your clients as well. So this is a good, if they have the licenses for that, considering they have licenses for that. If you see that these activities in your journey builder in your client's org, you can, as a best practice, you can recommend that why don't we use Einstein Split or Einstein STO. I just STO search something optimization, I forgot the full form, I'll just let you know in the due course. So basically recommend that why don't we use Einstein's harnessing capability to get the results that we are looking for. So the best time of the day to send an email to a particular contact, we should be knowing that. So Einstein tells you automatically without any configuration. So these kind of recommendations should go from your side, because client won't be knowing about it, client won't be aware about it, what is the new upcoming things in a platform, because they are more of a digital marketing company or a client whose only work is to run campaigns, not the product. So since you guys are an SME in that sense for the product, you should be an advocate for that product, saying that, okay, these are the new features that has been recently introduced by Salesforce. In this case, let's say Einstein, I'm just giving you an example, and you should actually convert in a way that this is how, this is what you should use. So recommendation, consulting, helping, telling them this is what you should do actually, because we have seen it as industry practice or best practice, or in our prior experiences, your industry peers use this capability. So you should also get on the bandwagon and you make the full use of it. So those kind of recommendations should go from your side as well, because client might not be knowing when is Einstein, what it does, is it advantageous or not. So it's your duty to actually update him or let him know about the regular features that are coming. So what is release cycle? Salesforce pushes new features into the system 5 times a year, okay, for Marketing Cloud. So
Okay.
just for your awareness, every five, so like just happened in last August, one release went in August. So it was like April, August, and then the upcoming, we need to see that exact schedule, but you should be aware it happens 5 times a year, wherein they push new features, enhancements onto the platform. So if you are well versed with the release cycle and you are aware what is upcoming, then you are actually on top of your game. You should be able to consult the client, okay, this is something new feature that has been introduced recently by Salesforce, I have used it, this is how it works, why don't you try and use that as a beta or baby steps, and then try and implement that. Or they can buy it if it needs to be bought. So For other sales cloud CRMs, it's 3 times a year. For Salesforce Marketing Cloud, it's 5 times a year. So basically 5 times new features, enhancements, and everything come into this platform for you. And remember putting that point forth, you can also recommend those features. You get to vote. So that is something called, if you remember, ideas we've spoken about, Salesforce ideas. So if you have some ideas that you think is a viable thing that should be out of the box, for example, because you have seen it as a pain point for a lot of customers and you have to do a lot of coding, for example, or a lot of implementation for that, and can it be put as a part of an idea, and Salesforce actually gives it to you out of the box, you can actually recommend that. And if a lot of people, like-minded people like you, vote on that and it gets a certain threshold, Salesforce actually picks it and develops it for you. So that's the democratic way of Salesforce releases. You should be aware what is going around, what are the new things that are coming into your domain, so that you can be abreast and updated about the functionalities and actually educate and sell to the client. Yeah, I'll make a note of release cycle, Marketing Cloud release cycle schedule. Okay, so let's get on to our stuff for today. So we wanted to complete Journey Builder today. So what is left is, okay, Einstein, STO, and Split. So let's start using it now. So this is Einstein. I'll click on that. Okay, so Einstein STO. Let's say we put next 7 days. Two options are there. You can put within 24 hours or within 7 days. Send time optimization. Okay, STO means send time optimization. So Einstein decides at what time you send that email. Okay, based on all the intelligence that has been gathered historically in the system, and you can actually configure that you need to send it for within 24 hours or within 7 days. You need not to do anything in that. System does everything for you. Okay, so basically what it's saying is, system is intelligent enough to understand a contact. For example, Pankaj Namdev enters this journey, and Einstein understands that, knows it, that his history is to send an email within, let's say, the time, the best time to be sent for him to be actually sending the email is, let's say, 9 a.m. in the morning, because I actually reach office and start looking at my emails. So Einstein would know that because I have actually opened emails in the past at that time, mostly at that time. So that historical data is existing with me in the system, and Einstein reads that, analyzes that, and actually gives the results to us. So that is what Einstein STO does. For us, it's just simply putting an email just after this activity. That's it. System automatically takes care of it. You need not to, if you don't put it, what will happen is, as soon as the contact enters this journey, for example, you run the journey right now and there is no wait time, the email will be triggered right now. But if the Einstein block is there, STO, what it does is, it'll wait for this particular contact and send the email at 9 a.m. in the morning. So that is what it does. Okay.
So the difference between within next 24 hours and within next 7 days is if we choose 24 hours, it will optimize the time. But if we choose 7 days, it will optimize the day also.
Let me just open it and show it to you. Yes. So basically what it says is, how much time do you want to wait on? Okay. Correct.
So if
Mm-hmm.
I choose 7 days, he'll for the historical data. If, for example, I open my emails on a Tuesday morning, it will send me on Tuesday morning. And if I just do 24 hours, it will just send me at 9 a.m. any day, like next
Correct.
day. Okay.
Correct. So just to reiterate my example, so if you select within 24 hours, so if my time is likely, let's say, 9 a.m. So it will send me within next 24 hours by 9 a.m. But if my time is, for example, Thursday 9 a.m., for example, yeah, and the journey has started on Monday, so it won't wait for those 7 days, sorry, next 4 days, Thursday. It'll send it in that 24 hours. But since you've selected 7 days, it will send the email. If you selected this option, it will wait for Thursday 9 a.m. to send it across.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and play around with this. If you have in your client org or in your test org, I'm pretty sure you have data now. So data would be there. That's not a problem. 90 days historical data would be existing. Try and play around and see what kind of different variations are there. But out of curiosity, and see how play around with these tools or toys, I would call it, and see how it works, so that you can get interesting results. Because this is something that you don't decide. System decides on its own. So that's pretty interesting and actually intriguing in some cases, that okay, that this works, I mean, will it be beneficial to the client? We'll move on. So this is Einstein STO. The next Einstein magic trick that we have up our sleeves is Einstein split. See what it does. It has split the activities, and what it has done. See, these are different options. We'll talk one by one on each of them. So if you select this Einstein split, basically what it is saying is it will send the emails and sorry, the contact in the various paths. Okay, these paths. Okay, automatically based on whatever type of selection you have made. So we'll go in each one of them. But basically, split is split. It will split this contact and send it across to in different paths based on certain things which we'll be talking about. So that is what Einstein split is. And of course, since the name is Einstein, it's intelligent. It does everything on its own. You need not to tell him anything or the system anything. It stores the data, analyzes it, reads it, and gives you the intelligent outputs. That's what Einstein is all about. And Einstein is used across Salesforce. So this is Marketing Cloud uses over here. It's used in Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, all the cloud Salesforce is having. So Einstein is like a layer and a platform wherein it cuts across all the clouds. So this is, you will hear this word in Salesforce world a lot, Einstein. And if you get a chance to visit Dreamforce, you will see this real life character Einstein over there as well. So yes, so Einstein, since the name is intelligent, so hence they have used this trademark from Hebrew University, Israel, because they have actually apparently they have the rights to use his this image. Okay, so what is the first one? Persona. If I select this, okay. So what it does is, see, these are automatic ones that their system is doing. You're not doing anything. You're just telling what kind of split you want. So in this case, let's say it's persona split. So system automatically defines the subscriber in terms of whether he's a loyalist. He always opens your emails. He's a good customer to you. Okay. So like for example, I'm a good customer. I always open the email and click on certain links. So I become a loyalist. Selective subscribers. So for example, I sometimes open it, sometimes I don't. Window shopper. I actually open the email, but I don't click on anything, for example. So window shopping. Win back or dormant. I haven't opened any email for like last 6 months. Remain the rest of the path. So see, so Salesforce, sorry, Einstein split, what it does is automatically it sends the customer in that path, or contact, not customer, contact in that path based on the data that I have actually already fed into the system, which is of course automatic. So for example, if I always used to open the email, click on links and all those things, reply, for example, I will go into this path. If I have sometimes done it, sometimes not, system will actually send to me in this path. Okay. And window shopper, if I have opened it but I don't click on it or don't do some call to action on that email, then I become a window shopper. So all those kind of different selection system automatically gives at you. And now what your responsibility is, so if he is a loyalist, for example, he's a loyalist, so you want to actually enrich his experience more. Since he's a loyal customer, give him, let's say, discount of next purchase, give him a discount coupon of 15%, for example. If it is selective, give him 5%. If it is a window shopper, 2%. So those kind of journeys or email with coupon codes can be configured over here after this. So that's the use case of Einstein split for persona type. Got it?
Yep.
Let's go on to the next one. Web conversion likelihood. Okay.
Pankaj, a
Okay.
quick question here.
So
Can we edit the persona type?
no, this is something that is inbuilt, that Salesforce is there. So
Okay,
to be honest, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. It comes to my head, but I can check, but I don't think so. You can change the personas type. But let me check on that if you can.
sure, sure.
But the thing is, I mean, as an enterprise customers, when I speak to clients, actually they are, it's pretty new into the market, to be honest. So it's these Einstein things. People are not able to fathom the full use of it. So leave around changing the persona types and making it more customized as per you. Most of the clients actually don't use this. Hence, I was actually stressing on the point that actually you should try and play with that and recommend it to your clients that we should actually use this if you have the license, or try and ask them, you can purchase the licenses and see how it works in their journey, because the industry uses it. It's the best practice to use that. I mean, isn't it great if I send an email to my the system sends an email to me at 9 a.m. because I am most likely to open it 9 a.m. So chances of your conversion move becomes way better, instead of sending it like 5 in the evening when I'm actually driving. So it's actually common sense, but since it's new in this arena, relatively new, not people are aware to use it. So use it and try and actually recommend it to your clients or whoever is you are having conversation around. Okay. Yeah. So we were talking about the second type, which is, what was the name? Conversion split. Okay. Web conversion likelihood. So this was the second configuration. So these are different kind of configurations that can utilize Einstein split. So now, what if I send an email to a customer and so for example, there is a purchase, you're planning to purchase something. So if you, let's say abandoned cart is there. For example, abandoned cart, I'll take an example from yesterday. Abandoned cart is there. You are sending an email to all the subscribers, all the contacts in this data extension which have abandoned cart data extension. Okay, now which is the one which is most likely to actually use that opportunity and actually convert it? Most likely, more likely, less likely, least likely, and the remainder. So system automatically gives you out of the box these options, and based on that, it actually sends you can configure the journey just like we did in persona split. Understood? All out of the box configured for you to use.
Pankaj, what is
Mhm.
the remainder set here? I mean, the subscriber
Remainder
data for
would be
it does not have enough data to conclude anything. Is that so?
correct, correct. So if I have got emails all like last 1 year and I haven't actually opened anyone, neither unsubscribed, so like kind of dormant. So
Yes.
that will come across in this bucket like that. So system doesn't have any clue about his whereabouts like that.
So would it be considered into least likely?
So that is something is algorithm takes care of it automatically. Least likely would be something like I have done it, but not frequently. Like out of 100 emails that was triggered at my email box, I've opened only
Mm-hmm.
one or two of them. So that kind of algorithm actually takes care of it in this way.
Okay. Pankaj,
Yeah.
one more question.
Hmm.
For example, if I have configured Salesforce Marketing Cloud today, right? So it would start counting 90 days from today, right? But
Correct.
what if I am adding subscribers to my account constantly, right? All
Mhm.
my almost, for example, of 1 million subscribers get added in the period of 3 months. I don't have 1 million
Mhm.
subscribers today. Right. So
Correct.
how it would consider that historical data? I mean, it
So,
would
but
consider only
one
data for those subscribers that are on day one, and from that day it would count 90 days.
correct. So what will happen is from now on, today it has been configured, and once you start sending emails, let's say for now we have subscriber data for let's say 100 only, then slowly it'll keep on increasing. Okay, let's say after 3 months it becomes 1 million, as you said. So let's
Yes.
say within 3 million it becomes within 3 months it becomes 3 million, for example. So it will utilize that data starting from 100. So if I was a part of that 100 list as a subscriber and I am still a part of that million, for example, so that for that particular contact, system would be having a much higher what do you say, a percentage of getting it correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
considering
but
a
it
person
would.
like you who have
Yeah. So it would still count me who was added on the 89th day. Correct.
correct,
I
it will
mean,
count
it
you, but it will have very less. Yes, yes,
less
absolutely.
data. Yes. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got
So
it.
the
Yep.
predictions won't be that great for you. That's it.
Yes. 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 Got it. Got it.
Why are you behind that exact date? Is it something use case that you have seen, or is just out of curiosity?
Just curiosity, nothing else.
No worries. Just thinking you might have seen some use case like that. So again, similarly on the lines that we would do click likelihood, same thing. It's just that whether I'll click or not, same kind of configuration, but whether I'll be clicking or not. So at the end of the day, it'll do the same thing. It's just that you need to configure your journey accordingly. If somebody is most likely to click, you need to send him a content type or entice him or her, that subscriber, in such a way that he's actually happy. He keeps on being loyal and keeps on opening your email. Probably not to this people. I gave an example of coupon code or the loyalty type. So for example, if somebody is, you can offer them a platinum loyalty card, these ones gold, silver. So those could be the use cases that you can utilize and configure it. Okay, because if for example Einstein is not there, how would you know, as I am a good loyalist or most likely to open an email, I should get that coupon code 15%, or somebody like Chintan who is least likely to open that? I won't be knowing. Nobody would be knowing. So in that case, this comes in handy. So if you have any current journey which is going on and which is related to the number of opens, for example, and based on number of opens, you are doing certain activities. So if somebody is opening an email, for example, decision split is there, sorry, engagement split, and in engagement split, you are opening an email. So you can actually utilize this activity just after that. Okay, so as soon as that engagement data is there, you can utilize this activity of emails, ClickSpit, or the other ones to actually out of that openings, which is the best likely to be actually your loyal customer. So you can utilize in that use case this activity. So it give you out of that, let's say 100 contacts, pass through that, open that email and pass through that path one wherein you are configured this. Out of that, only 10 are the ones actually who deserve that 50%, 15% coupon, not the rest 90%. So that can help you to actually drill down to the certain subset of subscribers which are very precious for you. Like for example, in this case, most likely. Yeah, got the use case and why we should use that, because there's nothing to be configured in this. It's just that you need based on the understanding how can help the customer or client, you need to use this activity and see how it works.
Yes, yes,
I'll take
Pankaj.
this silence. Okay, subscription retention likelihood. Okay, again, same kind of things would be there, but again, this time it will be doing it based on which was okay, subscription retention. So in case how do you, so if somebody has, for example, unsubscribed to some of your data extensions, some of your list. So again, for example, I have actually never done it. Or for example, someone like Chintan as a contact has done it from 10 list or data extensions, he has done it for one or two of them. So that will play a part of, I will be a part of this path. Chintan probably will be a part of this part, not on this, that's for sure. So those kind of configurations or nuance can be taken care of with this subscription. Yeah, this configuration. Can anybody see a use case for subscription retention likelihood differently? Any use case that you can think of?
In gaming industries, we could use this based on the number of
Which
addendums we
industry?
have.
Sorry, which industry?
The gaming industry. So these days, games have additional DLCs or character or story additions. In that case, we could use the subscriber retention to see who is most likely to buy additional DLCs and who is just satisfied with the game they bought.
I for some reason I don't think it's a match for this one. Subscription retention likelihood. Subscription. So basically, it's all about subscription to your email list. So for example, if I am as a part of email list who is receiving your newsletter, for example, once a week, and you are also as a part of that, how much likelihood is there I will unsubscribe to your email newsletter or this email or compared to you? So that is something more on subscription unsubscribe button is there. So that is something related to this one. But yeah, thanks
Pankaj,
for
could
sharing.
it be Hi, Pankaj, could
Yes.
it be used for any plans that we have for regarding our list cleaning process? So,
Okay. So
if we already know that someone is likely to unsubscribe, we could plan beforehand and keep uh, to clean our list and remove them from our data.
but then correct, absolutely, it can be utilized in this use case. I was just wondering, taking a step ahead, why would you want to use this? Because you would, in terms of cleaning the list, basically you're saying removing those subscribers from your contact list, correct? So that emails
Yes,
shouldn't be sent to them because the chances are they might unsubscribe. But the chances are still there that they won't. So it's not 100% sure that I will unsubscribe in the next email that I'll get. The chances are high because I've done it in the past, but not necessarily I'll do that. So if you are using in the use case that cleaning the list, probably not, because when you say cleaning this, you are removing my details from the list. I might still not do that. No,
yes,
I might
correct.
not. So
Yes.
so if you clean my name, then you are actually removing a contact, which might not be a
Mhm.
good thing. Yeah, but
Uh,
yeah, makes sense. You can utilize something like this, but not for cleaning. Probably making out what I can think from your use case, just extrapolating is it is if you want out of 100 subscribers, you want to make sure that which are the ones which are which will be retained. So for example,
yes.
you want to do some kind of campaigns for those ones which are most likely to not unsubscribe, so you utilize them into something else. Then
Mhm.
you can use that one of the path and see which of the contacts has passed through them for this one, for example, and then
Mm.
you can collect them and actually do some kind of campaign or activity on that. So that could be one of the use case.
Yeah, so from this, I could
Yeah.
think of another that we could use
Mhm.
this retention split for the fact that if I want to experiment with the number of automation emails, like I have planned 10 automation emails, and but I cannot send such a frequency to the people who have already unsubscribed to me before, right? I have to have less frequency for that kind of an audience. So I could experiment with
No, but then
10
again,
automation emails.
Chandni over here, why would you send an email to a person who is unsubscribed? You said unsubscribed, no? So unsubscribe तो
No,
illegal
I'm
हो जाएगा.
no. I'm not saying. I'm saying that who are most likely to retain. We could
Okay.
experiment with a greater number of emails with that kind of an audience, and who are most likely to unsubscribe. We could use. We could cut down those number of emails to 3 or 4.
Correct. That perfectly makes sense. So you based on which path it goes. For example, 10 contacts go on this path, 5 in this, 3 in this, 2 in this, for example. So based on that, you
Yes.
can actually run automation or any kind of campaign, any activity that you can perform. On these 10 of them, they are most likely to not do that. So they are your good customers. They are the
Yes. So
customers that actually you should concentrate on. So it makes sense what you're saying, Chandni, over here.
yes. Just I was just pointing out the frequency of the emails that we could experiment with.
Absolutely. You
Yes.
can, this could be one of the use cases that you can be more frequent with the ones that are actually highly unlikely to unsubscribe like that,
Yes.
compared to the
Yes.
ones who are, if you send more frequent emails to them, they can do that. They can unsubscribe like that. So yes, perfectly makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, open likelihood split. Same thing, just like click one. How frequently he can actually open it. Again, same paths, but it's about opening rather than clicking, just like the previous one. Okay. And of course, as a best practice, as I told you, please use descriptive names so that if somebody opens a journey later on, they could actually understand what's all about. Okay. So use proper email, as I said, 2A, 2B, 1A, 1B, like that, proper naming conventions, so that, and use a standard one. So again, comes down to best practice. I more likely to sound it as a broken record, but you should actually recommend the client that we should adhere to one kind of standard nomenclature across the organization. So it could be, for example, saying that depending on the team, so for example, marketing team, that their folder structure would be there, then creative team, that folder structure would be there. From there, over here in journey builder, so you should be using a strict standard nomenclature. So for example, for all the emails, 1A, 1B, as I said, engagement split to do what? So you can say engagement split hyphen click. So basically saying that if somebody looks at it, it gets to know without clicking on it that it is measuring the clicks rather than opens or bounces, something like that. So I'm again stressing on this point because this is very important. Once you actually start, not start working, but after some time, when you look back in your org and everything looks messy and you don't know whether this journey was fulfilled or not because you haven't worked on it. You came across after some time on this project, but you don't know what has happened in the past and you cannot make out from the system. So please use standard nomenclatures as a best practice and recommend others as well doing that. Okay. And don't ever copy using test and all those things until you're testing, of course. But I'm just talking about working on real life scenarios.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.